This news update is brought to you by...
Say hello to Carol. Carol talks for a living, from morning till night. So she relies on Flow's crystal clear home phone service brought to her through Flow's 100% fiber to the home network. It keeps her in the know, and because she bundles her mobile broadband and TV services, she enjoys huge savings, so she can enjoy much more for much less. So visit any Flow retail outlet, call 1-800-804-2994, or visit discoverflow.co to find out more. One-of-a-kind connection. This is how we flow.
It's Thursday, March 31, and time for the Barbados Today Evening Update. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Topping the news this evening, services at the Grantley Adams International Airport was disrupted for a second time in a week. Following last Thursday's industrial action by air traffic controllers, fire officers based at the GAIA staged protest action today, resulting in the temporary closure of the airport. At this hour, the acting chief fire officer, Errol Maynard, and the president of the Fire Officers Association, Grantley Green, are meeting with GAIA officials over the impasse. Our Ernesta Henry has more.
Barbados Today understands that the action by 4 employees of the Barbados Fire Service occurred between 9:30 a.m. and 10 a.m., forcing the delay of several flights in and out of the island. The officers who were on standby for aircraft refueling reportedly fell sick after refusing to adhere to a demand by security officers at the airport for them to be body scanned. However, the 4 officers involved are all said to be back on the job. GAIA is yet to issue a statement on the situation. However, several passengers complained to Barbados Today that the action had affected their travel plans. Ernesta Henry reporting for Barbados Today.
In other news, 4 Canadian females, including a teenager, today pleaded guilty to drug charges. 20-year-old Paige Amber Clark, 24-year-old Natalie Linton, and 35-year-old Charlotte Blackman were remanded to prison until next Thursday after appearing in the District B Magistrates Court on possession with intent to supply, and trafficking. 17-year-old Emma Jacqueline Young was fined $80,000 forthwith, or 2 years imprisonment for trafficking. She was convicted, reprimanded, and discharged for possession with intent to supply, and remanded and discharged for importation. The 4 who arrived in the country by air on Tuesday were arrested and charged after a total of 146 pounds of cannabis was found hidden in their luggage in boxes. A university professor is calling for the legalization of prostitution in the Caribbean. Dr. Kamala Campadou, a professor at the Department of Social Sciences at York University, Canada, issued the appeal as she delivered the annual Sir Arthur Lewis Distinguished Lecture on the topic, Who's Trafficking What?, at the Frank Collymore Hall last night. Dr. Campadou, who is of Guyanese descent, believes such a move will create a safer environment for women in the profession.
The decriminalization of prostitution would go a long way toward making the sex trade a safer place to work, and could eliminate underhand deals, it could eliminate extortions, false promises, the criminalization of sex workers by immigration, smuggling of persons, it could eliminate shady businesses and so forth. And it could allow working women to gain access to state protections, healthcare, and rights as any other citizen or legal migrant.
The disabled community steps up calls for the government to move ahead with amendments to the Road Traffic Act. Today, the Barbados Council for the Disabled delivered a 13,000 signature petition to government headquarters advocating for the changes. BCD President Maria Holder Small says members want designated parking spaces with access to aisles which adhere to international standards. She says the council also wants Cap 295 of the Act to address building access to accommodate its members. In sports, the Caribbean has 2 reasons to celebrate as West Indies women and men stormed into the finals of the ICC 2020 World Cup. West Indies will meet England in the final of the World T20 on Sunday after stunning host India with a 7-wicket win in the semi-final. Here are some of the highlights of the West Indies innings.
He's gone massive. That is a ridiculous hit. That's colossal. Full toss, gone!
That's a big no ball.
Free hit. no, look at this. Into the stands it goes.
Has he hit it well enough? Two men converging. Is it brilliant? It is Virat Kohli.
He's taken the ball on the full and at the same time stepped onto the boundary. So it's going to be a 6.
Gone for 6. He tees off on it. Oh, game over. Game over. Andre Russell has launched it into the stands. And the West Indies have upset India.
The win means that the men now follow their women's team into the final after they defeated New Zealand by 6 runs earlier on Thursday. Here are those highlights.
And there they are. Restricted to 1. And the West Indies will now celebrate. After 3 opportunities in the semi-final of World T20s, they will be in the final of the 2016 edition of Women's World T20. They win by 7 runs.
Wonderful win, historic win for the West Indies.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
The 50th anniversary of Independent Secretariat and the National Cultural Foundation proudly present the theatrical production From Bossa to Barrow and Beyond.
We are not slaves.
Saturday, April 16th at 6:30 p.m. at the historic Golden Grove Plantation. Come, be a witness to history.
Aye, Nanny Greg.
Enter the ritual. Feel the power.
This country will be independent. And if I have to wake up all the sleeping angels in heaven, so be it.
From Bossa to Barrow and Beyond. April 16th. Tickets $50 adults, $10 youth and children. Available at all NCF outlets and at ticketpal.com.
We pick up with news from our Caribbean neighbors, where police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the disappearance of a Guyanese woman who has been accused of faking terminal cancer. According to a local newspaper in the U.S., Shivani Diokaran's battle with leukemia reportedly united her community behind her. Residents of Asley Village in Westchester County reportedly donated over $60,000 to Dikoran and her family after learning in August that she only had 18 months to live. Dikoran's boyfriend has denied any allegation that she is faking her illness. And finally, search and rescue operations continue in Kolkata, India, for persons trapped under the debris of a flyover. The bridge that was under construction fell on a busy road bearing people going about their daily business. Over 18 people lost their lives and scores more were injured.
I'm at one end of what is a very narrow street. There are people who are hanging out of the windows at the moment trying to see what is going on. But there must be 100, 150 people desperately battling, using also equipment, cutting equipment. I can see a rescue official in front of me using the cutting equipment to try and cut through these huge rocks, but he's not getting very far with it. In the half an hour that I have been here, they've been hardly able to remove much of the rubble. It's about 10, 15, 20 feet high. They've maybe been able to remove 1 foot of it so far. And of course, during that time, the people who are trapped underneath it are struggling for oxygen. And a lot of local people are complaining here that when the ambulances do come in, they don't have the right facilities inside them. They don't have enough oxygen to help the people who desperately need medical attention.
And that's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. Also, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screen play at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. Good evening.